Thomas, you mentioned the recent case you had, and there was an icebreaker involved. Would you like to elaborate a bit what Hasse mentioned here, that obeying icebreaker orders or not obeying, and if you want to share, I think I know that you have some interesting things from your end.
Yes, thank you. We do have to, again, who is in final, who has the final responsibility of a ship? Yes, it is the master on board his own vessel. So instructions given from an icebreaker, they are meant as instructions and advice for the cooperation between the icebreaker and the vessel who needs assistance. And this is also now, how shall I say, the view of the court, which means that the master on board his vessel must always navigate the ship in a safe way. And if any kind of instruction or advice is given from the icebreaker, and for the sake of having a convoy on the movement, if those advices are not in view of the safety of the assisted vessel, this must be communicated and opened up. So I think this would be the most important, what should I say, point from this whole case that we have been involved in, and it's possible it's not the final verdict yet, but a captain cannot say that he was just following orders from the icebreaker and he was not able to do anything. Then he has not been navigating in a safe manner. So that is also the view that we had in this case, that when our ship is running as a sandwich between an icebreaker and a cargo vessel, our bow was damaged, and the stern, it was like somebody had cut with a cake, a piece of cake from the stern. It was horrible, and luckily we didn't damage the propellers, and we were not able to affect the situation. The icebreaker, they ran into a big packed piece of packed ice, and within half a minute the speed was down from 9 knots to 0 knots. It happened really quickly, and every vessel that is being assisted by an icebreaker must be prepared for this. That's why we have the icebreakers, to assist us, and we should always be prepared on board the assisted vessels to do quick maneuvers. It's like one captain said, you have to have one hand on the throttle and the other hand on the wheel, and when something happens, you act.
Yeah, thank you. That's very interesting insight to Sten, Niklas, or Hasse. Do you have any experience to share with icebreaker assistance and this kind of what Thomas described and Hasse described, that sometimes it's a risk that if we follow blindly, and it can be a risk that if we don't follow at all and we do our own thing. That, do you have any input on this discussion?
I can just recall a little bit from what Thomas said. I've been in a situation we didn't have an icebreaker, but we were with a German vessel. This is already 20 years ago or something. German vessel fighting, getting out from a Finnish port, we decided to do it together. Really bad, strong wind with ice pressure, really bad visibility, snowstorm, and so on. And just by working together, we managed to get through, because the icebreakers were really busy that night, and it would have been a long wait. And for me, it was, 100% clear. One got stuck in ice, the other one following in the track should make sure that you were at safe distance. And then I don't know how many times you get out of the track, cut loose the other vessel, and then took the lead again. And then we were equally strong ships, so we could just one at the lead at the time, and then when that one got stuck, the other one broke loose the other one. But it was really tricky. I can still remember that, to make sure that you went too far away, because then you came to a situation where both probably got stuck. But at the same time, you needed to keep up the safe distance. So either you could stop your vessel, or then you have time to get out of the ice track and get on the side. But for me, there was never anything like any doubt. Of course, the vessel behind must make sure that you are on a safe distance.
And if when I listen to you, it sounds that it's very clear that you had a very good communication and clear goal and what you are going to establish and how you're going to cooperate in this situation.
Of course, yes. Keep the radio on a free channel open at all times, and straight away inform the vessel behind when you feel that now the speed is slowing down. There is actually it's not new anymore, but now when you have IAS, you get the vessel behind can follow the vessel ahead with your IAS, so you can actually see straight away when the speed is going down. That you couldn't see. Probably not so easy at that time. You had radar that you plotted the other vessel, but whether you get information quick enough about the other vessel speed, I don't know. Today, I feel it's better with the new IAS system, where you get straight away, you see when speed is going down. You can follow the other vessel with that.
Yeah, and you don't lose your plots in the small ice walls and
no.
Thomas, what is your view in your case? Was it a question of the third vessel being too close or reacting too slowly?
Haas said they were too close. They were of it was a ship with a superstructure in the stern, and they had a radar distance to us of 2 cables, which means that that vessel was over 100 meters long. So they had basically between their bow and our stern, there was approximately 1.5 cables. So that distance as well, and the speed was about 9 to 10 knots. So
did they lack the experience, or were they just stubborn?
No, they did what they were asked to do by the icebreaker, but I would say without experience to go full astern on your engine, you lose your maneuverability, and when you then try to get out of the ice, of the track or the free channel, you don't have maneuverability and you just go straight ahead. So my personal opinion in this was also that there was a lack of experience on the vessel that we had behind us.
Okay, thank you for sharing.